Beautiful people, we're back. I normally say we back before.
We're so back.
We're so back. Beautiful people, thank you for your time. Thank you for listening to almost everything from Life at Home. I am Doc Waller.
I'm Abby Humphreys.
And we are on episode 18.
18. That's crazy.
We're chugging along. Really loved the last episode. And we're going to start this episode with a little bit of news. We have a trillionaire.
Yeah.
Did you hear? He's like,
I saw this thing that was like, it's 1.18 trillion.
Yeah.
And someone was like, I need y'all to know what that 18 is. Like what the 0.18 is.
Oh.
Which is literally like 0.18 billion.
Yeah.
And someone's like, yo, could you just give me that 0.18 though?
Hey, you don't need that, dog.
Yeah.
I'll take everything on the right side of the decimal.
Yeah.
So how do I want to approach this without being political? Because I think that a lot of what Elon Musk does is political, but also a lot of what he does isn't. It's almost this is my personal opinion. I think Elon Musk is a bad person. I think he is an asshole. How about that? I think he's scum. And I can't imagine. As a matter of fact, I just posted something on LinkedIn like 2 days ago where TechCrunch talked about, his SpaceX. Yes, his SpaceX company going public, filing for an IPO, it being massive, it turning him into a trillionaire. And it's just like, man, it's so sad that a person that can accomplish that level of financial success can still be such an inadequate, self-conscious, adolescent individual who just tends to divide, tends to stoke the flames of like dissension between people, have these really extremist kind of views. And it's just like, man, I hate that someone that doesn't purely represent something so uniquely positive and something that brings people together reaches that. I wish that type of person reaches that.
Yeah.
But also, it's such a bad example to me because I know that there's a lot of young men, who look up to people like that and say, well, this individual said this, or this individual had this, made this kind of like physical sign at a speech, or this individual, whatever, all the way down to like how this person takes care of his kids or doesn't take care of his kids, right? Which is something that people should be aware of about that person. I have zero issue with individuals making money in this country. I have a capitalist heart. I want you guys to know that Life at Home is going to make Abby and I very financially successful, right? Like, this is not a nonprofit, okay? This is not a nonprofit. But I also know it's almost, I imagine myself, it's like, man, what would I do if I was a billionaire, let alone a trillionaire, right? I would have such a, what's the term? Greater good kind of Willy Wonka vibe about me. At the very least, and I'm just snowballing this, at the very least, I put a website up that had something to do with, I'd call it something like The Life Changer or something like that. And I had this thing to where you could fill in certain things about your family or certain things that you need or certain things that you wanted to do within your community, right? And you file it up and you send it and it come to a team of people that I was paying, and I could pay because I'd be a trillionaire, right? And every fucking week we'd go and change lives or we'd call, how sometimes I sometimes hear people who are not billionaires, not millionaires, but have a spare $18,000, and they will call a school district and they will say, how much school lunch debt is on your books right now?
Yeah.
And some small lady from bumfuck Oklahoma will say, well, right now it's about $7,000 or something like that. And she's like, okay, we're taking care of that. And she's like, what?
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, send us the bill. We're taking care of that. Wiping school debt. You know what I mean? I can't imagine being that wealthy and not
like and wanting to bless people,
wanting to actually, wanting to actually, you know what I would do? You know what I would do if I was president? I would make some sort of initiative or some sort of department that focused on changing the perception of billionaires and trillionaires, right? Trillionaire. Meaning I'm going to grant some sort of like tax incentive or whatever to all these people that are ultra high net worth people. If you find ways, let's all come together and decide how to do this. If you find ways to give this back to the people or give this back to small communities, it's like there's so many ways to do it.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to make sure that I support you on the back end, like whatever, because they're already getting these ridiculously, when it comes to like the ratio of money that normal people make, and if you really think about it, they're paying less in taxes based on the amount that they're making, right?
Yeah.
I would want to find a way to give them as much benefits financially if we can, like, let's make real changes. How come I'm not seeing that? Like, that's something that I don't see from ultra. Now, there's what's the guy who runs Amazon? Jeff Bezos, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos' ex-wife is Mackenzie Scott. Mackenzie Scott has a lot of money per whatever she did personally, but also via the divorce. That woman, every other month, I'm seeing multiple millions of dollars being deposited into HBCUs and other colleges and nonprofits. She's just like giving it away. And it's like, man, there are ways for people to. It's just so simple to me. It's so simple. We should be in this world, and this is not political. This is not political. I hope I'm still falling within the rules of this podcast, of almost everything, because this is, to me, this is business. This is money. This is the economy, right? We should be a country that looks up to the billionaires, because it's not that way now.
Yeah.
It's almost like they're villains, and it's just like, man, this would be so easy because you guys know you're going to die with more than half of this. If we found a way to really, and you can't tell me that it wouldn't make a massive impact.
Yeah.
You can't tell me that it wouldn't change people's lives, and there's not a million different ways for us to make just like the tone of the country feel better.
Yeah.
And so I think what I'm saying, I have a question after this. I think what I'm saying is, it's like, I could not imagine myself, and I also think, Life at Home is going to make a lot of money. It's not going to make $1 billion. I don't know. We would have to hit. No, it's possible. It's possible that once we get the full scope of what Life at Home is, it can end up being $1 billion company. It may not. I don't see it. It could be somewhere between like a $300 million to $500 million company. But I'm going to end up having a lot of money. I can't imagine not waking up and not being excited about how I could change people's lives with it and make it better for other people. So my question is, what are you waking up thinking if you're a billionaire? Like, what are you? Like, I'm just saying, like 1 billion. Like,
Yeah.
if you have $1 billion in the bank, what are you waking up thinking?
Oh.
What are you?
Like, what's my goal?
Yeah, you know what? What is your goal as what is your goal as a very wealthy person?
Yeah.
Like, what, you know what I mean? Or what's, like, I want to talk about wealth. I want to talk about, like, what, how do you
like, how do I view it? Like, how is,
do you want to be wealthy?
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
I feel like my mind immediately goes to like my immediate family.
Okay.
Like, just straight up alleviating all financial stress from my immediate family.
Right.
Like, as a baseline.
100%.
And then probably,
what does that look like? What does that look like?
Yeah.
How are you doing that?
I would say probably like having genuine conversations with my family and being like, if money were not an object for you guys, what would your life look like? Where would you live? What would what would your like dream life be?
Okay.
And like, how can I help you accomplish that?
Okay. So I'm going to tear this down. I'm going to break this down.
Yeah.
Are you mom and dad?
Yeah.
Are you allowing them to work anymore?
I think they would want to. I think both my parents want to work a little bit longer.
Okay.
So, because at that point, I don't even think it's about money. I think it's like their jobs are giving them
peace of mind,
value, and
yeah. Brother, are you setting up a bank account for your brother and putting money in it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Definitely, yeah.
Okay, so okay, you're a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You're a billionaire. You hit it.
Yeah.
How much does your brother get right off the bat? No questions asked, not even thinking about it.
I mean,
because you also have to think about, well, your brother's young. How's your brother?
24. He's about 25.
You also have to think about,
I'm not giving him money. It's going to be like, I'm paying off his student loans.
Okay.
I'm paying, he doesn't have a car, or he doesn't have a car loan. I'm paying off his student loans. I think the theme for everybody would be like, I'm setting you up for a positive future. So like for my parents, it would be like, if this is the life that you want to keep living, like, great. I'm going to make sure that like the next 15, 20 years are like as comfortable as possible for you guys. Same thing with my brother. It would be like, I'm putting almost like a trust fund together for you that you can access at certain points.
Yeah.
I'm not going to just like hand you a lump sum of money.
Right.
Because that's no good.
Right.
So I think a lot of it would be like which like, this is not sexy, but I think a lot of it would be like investing on behalf of myself and my family, setting us all up for a very like secure, comfortable life. And then in terms of like more immediate gratification, I would like definitely have us all go on like a really dope vacation. Cause we've, that would just be amazing.
Are you buying any of them cars? Are you buying any of them houses? Your brother wants a house.
I think, you know what I would do probably is I would probably buy like a really cool like vacation home for everybody somewhere.
One that everybody can visit.
That everybody can like have access to. And it's like kind of where we can all commune and like you can go and it's like the family house.
100%.
100%. Because we've actually my siblings and I have talked about doing that maybe like at some point down the road.
What are the luxuries? Keeping it on like a financial success. What are the non-negotiable? What are the non-negotiable things that relate to wealth for you?
Ooh.
Like when you,
Yeah.
10 to 15 years from now, based on how you see the world and how hard you work, what are the things, what are the rewards, the financial rewards, or the things you can get with money that you know that's a non-negotiable for me? I don't care what anybody thinks about it. I don't care how it looks, but I know that that's going to resonate as the reward I want for the work and the time that I put in. What are those things?
I would say having like my mind immediately goes to like a team of like professionals and different like I'm having like a massage therapist, like I'm having like I'm having a holistic doctor, and it's like the best people I can have access to for my health.
Yeah.
And then I mean, that's where my mind goes.
Wow.
Like having, like investing in my well-being and having like a team of people that I know I can call for like certain things. And then also having those people for my family. Okay. Like knowing that like, you know, just like making sure everyone in my life has access to like the best of the best when it comes to their well-being. Yeah. Cause like that, I think everything else we can get and would be, seems frivolous if we don't have that.
Is there anything that you feel like immediately you would want to give to? Just like, is there something
like a cause?
Yeah. Is there anything that resonates right now? Would you be willing? I'm sorry, I'm piecing this together. Would you be willing? Well, I see. I don't necessarily know. I was gonna say, would you be willing to give away 50% of your?
I think.
Not that means anything to me, right? Like, that's not the sign of a good person.
In terms of like all in all.
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. Okay. Like in terms of like my family, like keeping 50% just for me.
Right.
And then the other 50% like go, because I think my mind immediately goes to like my mom's school and like the school that I went to growing up. Like, and just like education in general. Cause like I know how much that school did for me and like kind of like what you were describing about like the lunch, like that resonates with me. And then also, my brother-in-law's dad has Parkinson's and there's like not a lot of research. There's like really not that much. Yeah. We don't know that much about Parkinson's. Yeah. And like in terms of those types of things, I feel like money, I mean, what I would be able to give probably wouldn't be like groundbreaking, but like for research, like I've seen like my cousin has cystic fibrosis and my uncle who passed away, that's her dad. And like the work that they did on, there's like this, it's called the Extreme Hike. And it's basically like a foundation that does hikes that fund research for CF. And like the money that has, like it's moved the needle on research that has like directly impacted my cousin and like the medicine that she has access to in her life and her literal lifespan. Yeah. So if I could donate money to like cystic fibrosis research and Parkinson's research to like literally be able to move the needle for like the people in my life that I love and care about, like that's priceless to me.
Do you have a certain age that you want to retire by?
I think probably like 50.
Really?
That would be great. Cause like,
okay, that can happen.
Or at least like micro retire.
Okay.
You know, like maybe be like half time, like a half, like 50% retired to where I'm like able to, you know,
your work is differently. Your work is
I'm
different.
not full time anymore. Yeah. I'm like, I'm able to kind of like rest on my, the work that I've put in and like travel, but still, you know.
What do you want your net worth to be by the time you retire?
I have no clue.
Really?
I don't know. Like, I feel like so like I feel like my financial advisor could probably help me like get a number.
Okay.
But I just feel like I don't even have a sense of like what is even realistic or, you know.
Gotcha. That's literally all I think about all day. That's literally.
What is your number?
By the time I'm 44 now. Okay. Woo! Let's be honest. And when I say this, I am speaking 100% believable / achievable. I am 44 now. By the time I'm 50, my net worth needs to be over 15 million.
Okay.
That is, yeah. If not more, my net worth needs to be over 15 million.
And what is net worth? Like I know what it is, but like
so it's essentially a collection of your assets,
okay.
right? Whether it be stock in a company, whether it be land, whether it be homes.
It's like everything combined minus like any debt.
100%.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So by the time in 5 years, I want Life at Home to have raised its Series A, which means that it would probably raise anywhere from 20 to 30 million. And my equity, by that time, my equity stake would probably be like 60% based on pre-seed equity, pre-seed dilution, seed round dilution, and then Series A dilution, right? So I probably own like, I don't know, a little bit over 90% right now.
Yeah, I was going to ask how much you're willing to give to investors in terms of percentage.
That's interesting. So it also depends on when, right? It depends on when I'm doing it, and so I would not be willing to give my control over before Series A.
Yeah.
Right? So I'm willing to, by the time we raise Series A, be, well, here's another thing too. As long as I have a majority stake.
Yeah.
Right? So it doesn't necessarily mean that I have to own 51% of the company. I could own 40% of it as long as 40% is the highest amount of equity in the company.
Yeah.
Because I need to control. And there's also ways that you can like structure the board of directors to where, you still have control. Like I have non-negotiables. Like I'm only willing to give up control after one, we've raised a lot and my net worth is at a certain amount, but also to where things are set up to where there's people that I believe in that could take the company. But by that time, maybe there's another CEO and I'm just the chairman of the board.
Yes.
That kind of thing and stuff.
Okay,
So
got it.
Yeah. I have to, and a lot of that to me is tied to the things that I want to make happen in this world.
Yeah.
Like I want to be able to, and I may have said this already, but I want to be able to walk into a grocery store and just pay people's groceries.
Yeah.
I just need to, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
And I just, there are certain ways to make examples in this world with your money that I think a lot of people, the saddest part is that there's a lot of people in this world that have so much money. And we're not even talking about billionaires. I know I started this talking about Elon Musk. We're not talking about billionaires. We're talking about people with $100 million in their bank. That the number one fear is it leaving or somebody coming to get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's the scarcity mindset. And I think that's like what that's the root of all evil is like greed and scarcity mindset and not just clutching, like holding everything like so tight and not being able to like openly just like share. And
it's not even so much. And here's another thing too. I don't have like a socialist kind of perspective on it, because I love the idea of earning your way and things like this. But it's also like, man, I wish people with that type of net worth understood how positive it could be for everyone if people just saw you doing something with it, right? You know what I mean? Or saw you doing something. It's just like when we open up social media and we see somebody hand a homeless person some food that they made here. Yeah. You know, it makes us feel good. Like,
yeah. And like, I think about it too from the people I know in my life that are, I think, like changing the world, even on a small level. And like, there's a group of women that, and there's multiple people that I know and like have worked with that are doing things that are enacting change. And it's almost like kind of the difference between like giving a man a fish, you'll feed him for a day, teach a man to fish. Like they're like teaching men to fish. Like that's what they're doing. And like they're starting companies that are empowering kids and like young adults to pursue their dreams and like, you know, find ways to monetize their talents and like giving young kids like worth from a very young age that will alleviate pain. And like one of the ladies I work with, something that she talks about a lot is like, if I have the ability to like make someone's life easier, why wouldn't I do that?
Right.
Like if I have the ability to bring together a community that can support somebody and I have the means to do it, it's a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't I do that? And I love that mindset of like, you're not just like giving someone money and being like, good luck. You're giving them tools and that, like, those are the types of things I would want to invest in.
There are a number of people in this world that have the amount of wealth that they could snap their fingers and deposit all of these areas of tools that you're talking about. The impact would be so just ridiculously positive. So essentially, I'm saying all this, and the way I edit this podcast, I might preface that whole rant with this. It's like when you're pursuing something and you feel positive about it and you feel like there's going to be a high level of worth, I think you have to establish your principles about who you're going to be early. Yeah. Because the money will never make that man. Yeah. The money will never make you a man. You have to be a man, or let's just say a quality individual. You have to be a quality individual before you reach that level of success. Because what people say is that level of success, all it does is pour gasoline on the fire that you already are. Right. You're either a good fire or you're a bad fire, right? And so I can't imagine myself being blessed with the ability to like with a massive bank account. And not wanting to be Willy Wonka. Like I want to set my family up to where my nieces and nephews have a little bit more optionality. And maybe their kids have some optionality. Beyond that, it's not I'm not thinking about my grandkids. You know what I mean? Y'all have to make the positive decisions about that.
But that's an example of like you setting them up for success to then. Yes. Yeah. It's a trickle down.
Yes. Yeah. I set you up. You can either screw it up. Yeah. Or you can take advantage of it. So anyway, I mean, I just think that's another great thing about life at home. I'm literally, when we raise money, I'm going to hire an individual and their job title is going to be called good maker. And I'm going to say, this is how much I'm giving you. This is not your salary. This is how much I'm giving you every month to go do good in the world. I don't give a shit if it has nothing to do with wellness. You go do it. You set it up. You tell me and Abby where to be. We'll bring a camera and we'll just do it. Every single month. I cannot wait until we're able to do that. That's the kind of company that I want to run. Yeah. So
I love that.
All right. It's time for the greatest
questions on Earth. On Earth or in the world?
I said in the world, but I kind of like on Earth better. Yeah. You ready? I think I'll ask you this time.
Okay.
Ready?
Yeah.
Who sparked the most who sparked the most joy or the most interesting challenge in your world over the last 7 days?
Pass.
What did the world teach you this week that you weren't necessarily looking to learn?
Pass.
What's one decision, big or small, that you've been circling this week but haven't quite landed
Pass.
the plane on? Was there a moment this week where you felt truly seen by a stranger or a friend or even yourself? What was the context?
I'm going to smash that one.
Okay.
So I was talking to a friend this week, and her sister just had a baby, and my sister just had a baby. But this, for her and her family, it's like the first baby that they've had in the family. So similar to how my family was like 3.5 years ago when my first nephew was born. And we were like texting about it, and she was going, I don't think she had even gone to the hospital yet, but she was like, I'm so emotional, like about, it's her, so her nephew, her sister's baby. She's like, I'm so emotional. I wasn't expecting to be. And then she said that she like got to the hospital and was like holding the baby and was just like crying and like having this like, and she's not very like, she's kind of a serious person, and like we'll talk about things and we'll get deep, but like she's not really like very vulnerable. And so just kind of hearing her speak this way was just a little out of character. And like we just were talking about it, and just like the way that she was describing it, I was like, it was exactly how I felt whenever I met my nephew. And like, I remember when my sister like was first having her baby, and like we were kind of like waiting for, you know, to get the news that she was like going to the hospital and everything. And like whenever they like told us that she was going to the hospital, I was in Charlotte, and obviously she was in New York, and I got like so emotional about like the thought of her like going and experiencing this and me not being there.
Yeah.
And
she was in New York?
She was in New York.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was here, and like my instinct was to just like want to be there, like with her. And it was like,
not mama bear, mama sister.
Yeah.
You're like you're just like ultra protective.
Yes.
Like what the fuck? Yeah.
And like just knowing that she was about to have this like life altering experience. And it was almost like I'm going to be experiencing this too. Like there's like this telepathy that you have with a sister. And like, I don't know. I just remember where I was like at dinner, and like they were texting about it, and I like left. I like left the dinner, and I never even told my sister this, but I had to like get up and leave, and I like went and sat in the car until we were ready to go because I couldn't be there.
Oh, wow.
And like, I was just like so emotional, like thinking about her having the baby. I don't know. Cause
it's the most beautiful thing, but you're also thinking like, my sister's going through something with her body.
Yes.
Sometimes it's dangerous. We don't know.
Exactly.
You just like, I need to be, it's almost like I need to be ready for whatever happens.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And yes, that's exactly how I felt. And I had this same experience this last time whenever she had the baby again, like her second baby. And you would think that I would have like been prepared for it, but the same wave of feeling happened, and I called my mom, and she was like, "This is what happened last time," and I'm like, "I know," and I don't. So anyway,
she's like, "Get over it."
Yeah, she's like, "It's fine. Like, she's good. Everything's fine." And it wasn't like my mom's instinct was to be like, "She's safe," and I'm like, "It's not that. It's just like I don't know how to describe it." But I was talking to my friend, and it's the same. It's her older sister, and I kind of like started saying it, and she was like, I know. She was like, I felt the same way.
Oh, wow.
And like they live obviously a lot closer. But she was like, that was my instinct too. Like I like needed to be there, and like the feeling that she had whenever she was like holding her nephew, just the way that she was describing it just like summed up exactly the feeling that I have. And like, it just was like, this is a very unique, but not unique, but unique experience to like have a sister, and then like have your sister have a baby, and then like the feeling that you have about like your sister, and then this kid that's like your kin and like your blood in a way. and like you feel, and like you're not a mom, so like you don't quite understand, but it's like
but that's also your baby now.
Yeah, that's like, that's my baby. And that's
yeah.
also, and something that my brother-in-law always says about both my nephews is, because like I like to think, and he humors me in this, that I have like a way with both of them that like nobody else does. And he's like, you're the closest thing to their mom.
Yeah.
Like in terms of
They see it.
They can sense it. Our voices sound the same. We have we're very similar. Our bodies probably feel very similar. Like she's only 5 years older than me.
Right.
And so yeah, it's just like a very unique experience that me and my friend both got to have like within just a couple weeks of each other. So yeah, I just felt like very seen by her experiencing that and like kind of repeating back to me what I had already experienced. And it was just like very validating.
That's so interesting.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I'm an uncle 4 times over.
Yeah.
I think it may be a little bit different with aunt, sister to sister.
Yeah. But it's still like that's your blood. Like those are your people.
Yeah. It's almost like time is almost like folding over itself, and you're just in this like weird interstellar-esque moment, like things are changing. Things are changing in our family, or you know what I mean? It's almost, I 100% believe, especially when it's the first child. I think when parents hear that they are becoming, I believe this. I believe this wholeheartedly. I don't have the scientific proof to back this up, but I believe when parents find out or hear that they are becoming grandparents for the first time, I believe their life extends.
Yes, totally.
I believe there's something in them that's like, I'm staying longer.
Yes,
you know
totally.
What I mean? I don't know what it is, but it's almost like sometimes when I see these videos of mothers like finding out, it's almost like they like grow another.
Yes, it's like it's like they're given a new purpose. Like they're given a new like lease on life in a way where it's like, okay, my lineage is growing and like I have to be here a little bit longer to like see it through. Yeah.
We just signed an extension on your contract. Here
yes,
you go.
I totally believe that.
That's so cool. That is so cool. I love that answer. Your turn.
Okay. I'm gonna start from the bottom.
Okay.
What is the one thought or question that's been on a loop in your head all week that you're finally ready to put down?
Pass.
What's one thing you did this week purely because you wanted to, not because it was on a to-do list or part of the ambition plan?
Smash.
Okay, great.
Went hiking.
Oh.
I went hiking. What's the name of this? Something. Oh man, what's the name of this?
Was it in Greenville?
Yes, it was like right outside of Greenville. Paris Mountain.
Oh, okay.
Paris Mountain. And I'll keep this super, super short. It was great. I actually, my girlfriend and I went, and I said, this is actually like the first time I've like officially been hiking. And she's like,
ever?
Wait, what? I was like, wait, hold on. Let me clarify. I'm from Alabama. Okay, we call it going outside.
Yeah,
okay, like relax.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But on like an actual,
like calling it. It's that's so funny because it's like going on a hike is, when you really think about it, such a city way to be like, going on a hike, we're getting our shoes on, we're packing a bag of trail mix. Like a lot of times when you just naturally are outside, like you're just walking and you're outside.
Yes,
it's not a hike.
And you're by trees.
And
where
you're like maybe going on an elevation.
Yes, where I come up, it's your parents telling you, take your ass outside. You're getting on my nerves.
Yeah.
That's called a hike.
Yes.
We would
take a hike.
We would walk take a hike. Yeah, right. We would walk from Maxwell Heights all the way to the base, all the way around the base lakes, that kind of thing. We every Saturday, right?
Yeah.
But in regards to like, this is a national park,
like packing
this is
up,
a trail,
going,
that kind of thing. So it was really, really fun. But there was a moment where she just said stop. She stopped and she's like, just breathe it in. And he just paused. And I just closed my eyes and I just like listened to this everything, and you just have to realize how still it was. It was just fantastic.
That's
it was just
so
such a good moment to like, and it was a great trip. The great thing about that too, because I haven't done, I love running hills, but like athletic wise,
Right.
sprint up, sprint down.
Yeah.
It's been a while since I've done things with elevation.
Yeah.
That is so good.
Oh my God, it's so good.
So good for your ankles
Yes.
and your joint. Like people think, well, it hurts, but it's like, well, you need that work.
Yeah.
You need that. And just going up and down, it was like, man, and the price wasn't bad. Like, you know, there's like a full pass that gets you like all the national parks.
Yeah.
And it's just like,
like walking.
I wanted to run it. I wanted to have my headphones on and just like go, that kind of thing. So yeah.
But that was probably a lesson too for you to be like, that is its own, it's like a different type of challenge to be like, I have this hill and I'm going to like feel my legs working as I take step after step slowly. And like that, like just because you can, like just because you have the ability to sprint it.
Yeah. It
like,
doesn't mean
there's a value in like the slow, like letting your joints like figure out each step.
Could not agree more. As a matter of fact, it might even be even better just because you're, you know, stepping over a rock, pressing down, you know,
your
things
feet
like
are like feeling.
Yeah. I mean, I kept like almost halfway through, I was like, this feels so good on my joints. And I'm so glad because I've had so many basketball injuries where I roll my ankle, where it's just like, there's probably no cartilage down there.
Yeah. Like walking on, like the difference between like walking on dirt versus like concrete, it's so different.
100%. And I'm always running on concrete every day, you know, so I might have to get some trail shoes.
Have you read the Blue Zone Solutions?
The Blue Zone Solutions? No, but I think I know. Wait, hold on. Maybe.
So basically,
Blue Zone's about health, about age. Okay, yeah. I think
like longevity.
Yeah.
It's basically this guy who studied places in the world that have the highest
mortality
rate, or I can never remember if it's the lowest mortality or highest mortality. People that live the longest. The highest concentration of centenarians, people that are over 100.
Yeah.
And the only reason they're called blue zones is because he circled the zones with a blue marker on a map.
Right.
And the name just kind of stuck. But he did like intense studies of these places and like how they live their life, what they do. And one thread, like the most common thread of all of the places, is they were very hilly regions that people walked. And like some of them were people having to walk 5 miles up and down a hill to get to their water source. And like that was the only exercise they ever did, was just walking up and down hills. Like these very small like regions in Italy and Greece where like they're just these little like mountain towns where people are just like walking everywhere. And it's funny because whenever I was in New Jersey last week for work, we were in this neighborhood and we were driving it, and it was like, it almost looked like California, you know, like in California when you're at the bottom and you can kind of like see like different layers of houses. It was like that. And the girl I was with in the car, she was like, the Blue Zone guy would love this. And I was like, no, you're so right. Cause it literally was like, you would have to like trek up the sidewalk. But yeah, it's an interesting book. There's
I can't remember. I think I was watching something where this guy,
there's like a documentary about it too.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to grab that. But yeah, what a great day was that. That was yesterday. We just woke up and drove out there to do it. I will be doing that 100% multiple times a month. Yeah, so
that's great.
Yep,
free. Well, not free, but close.
Very
enough.
Close to free. Yeah, 100% worth the money.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, this is where we pull very interesting facts. We present the fact to the other host of the show, and we see whether or not the individual has heard about this, and we have a little discussion about it. Do you want to present your fact first? Do you have it?
Okay. So, someone actually gave this fact to me to present. Research suggests that Botox can alter how you experience and process emotions, a phenomenon linked to facial feedback hypothesis.
I think I heard this. This is the first time.
Really?
This might be the first time you presented a fact.
And you've heard of it. Okay, great. By paralyzing facial muscles, Botox restricts your ability to physically express emotions, which can internally dampen your feelings of joy or anger and temporarily impair your ability to read the emotions of others. Because facial expressions aren't just for communication, but also serve as sensory feedback to your brain, immobilizing these muscles can slightly alter neural processing in the brain's emotional regulation centers like the amygdala.
Wow.
So
I heard someone talk about, I think they were having a discussion on choices on whether or not to, whether it be plastic surgery or Botox or whatever, and how it affects your kid not being able to tell.
Well, it's similar
emotion,
to like whenever during COVID, whenever they had masks.
Yeah. Like you can't, so whether like there's
being able to be like,
like
surprised.
That's all a young kid learns, or baby learn. That's how they process things, right? And so if you're, I don't want to make fun of people.
Right.
I don't want to make fun of people, but
but the thing is, like, I have friends that get Botox, and it's like they're proud of it. Like they'll literally be like, I'm doing everything I can to my face right now, and then it'll just be like that's
doing everything you can, like meaning saying I'm moving my face right now.
Yeah, and then it'll just be like completely still. Like that's the goal. Like they want it to be that way. They want it to be frozen. So it's like not even making. No, that's like the whole point. They're like, look, I'm trying to move I'm moving my eyebrows and nothing's moving. Like it's frozen.
Stop it. That's the point.
Yes, that's literally the point. Like they want it to be. That means it's effective. Like, and
oh no.
So my feeling around, and like. That's a really good point about kids, because my brother's fiance is a speech language pathologist, and she tells me that the kids that she has that come in that were like COVID babies essentially have so many speech problems because the masks covered everybody's mouths for so long that they didn't learn, they weren't able to see how your like the
enunciations
the way your mouth moves when you say certain things. Because babies are so like they're just copying, like they're just parroting everything that you're doing, and if they can't see you, they're only hearing it.
100%.
It's taking away that level of connection. So same thing would be for emotions and emotionally processing things. And another conversation I had last week when I was out for that work shoot is we were talking about like language, and this is so interesting to me, and I've talked about this before, maybe even on the podcast, but like how language can shape the way that you feel about things, in terms of like there are words in other languages that we don't have, obviously, in English. There are words to describe certain feelings that we don't have those words for. And so it's almost like if we don't have a word for it, if we can't label it, are we even able to like really feel it?
Okay.
If we can't put a name to it, you know?
Yeah.
So similar to like, you know, not being able to feel an emotion in your face if you don't have a word for something. So like there's a word in, I think it's German, that basically means being happy for when someone else fails, or being the feeling of like being happy about someone else's sadness.
Really?
Which is like really obviously kind of like messed up, but like they have a word for that. And like we don't have a word for that necessarily in English. And so it's like the feeling of kind of being like secretly happy when like an enemy or like someone you don't like fails or something.
Right.
Like we don't have a word for that. So like we don't necessarily know how to like even totally process that. You know?
Yeah, because it's a very, not rare. It's a, almost taboo.
It's a taboo feeling.
Taboo feeling. But if we had something that like easy a way to articulate
labeled it, yes, it would maybe make it less taboo, and we would be able to process it more. So
I didn't know. So what they're saying by what you read is that the actual person that is having the work done is not being able to process the emotions
Yes.
because their face is not moving.
Yes, exactly.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah.
So,
because it sends signals to your brain whenever you smile.
Oh yeah, 100%. So you're telling me that I cannot get behind the fact that it is their actual intention to get enough Botox to where other people cannot tell that they are smiling or whatever.
I mean, I would say like,
or I can say I can get if someone says I want to look like my face is not moving. One, I think that would be absurd.
Yeah. Well, it's because they don't want the lines. Like they want it to be like, it's almost kind of like, I don't know if the goal is to like make it look like their face is frozen, but it's like at the end of the day, the goal is to not have lines on your face. And so in order to get there, you have to not be able to show emotion fully, like whenever I'm talking to someone and their face is moving all around and like I'm seeing the ripples in their forehead and the lines on, like, that to me is like intoxicating. Like I love like being able to see emotion when people are talking.
Yeah.
And I love that. And I would never want that to be taken away. But like for some people, those lines are like, they want to get rid of them.
Man, we all process beauty and necessity and value in so many different ways, and I cannot imagine that being appealing. And I know that there's sometimes you just stumble on the performer or the actor or the actor. The actor is not dealing with the pressures that actresses are dealing with in this world. So every now and then it's like, oh, I haven't seen this actress in 2 years. And it's just like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
What is, so I haven't been around anyone in a while that I have noticed
that they had work done. Yeah.
Has Botox, like,
I mean, I think if it's done like on a minor level, like I have friends that get just like a little bit to the point where like, and they'll be like, it's preventative. Like they're like, if you start getting it now, like it prevents your wrinkles. And I'm like,
what is preventative?
Basically, like if you don't allow yourself to even, because like the lines are happening because it's over time, you're moving your head like that, like
right.
You're like, and they're starting to form. So if you get the Botox early enough,
meaning like you wouldn't have to do it as much, or you wouldn't have to do it later in life or something.
Yeah, because it's like you're lessening the amount of time that your forehead is like making those movements, and like gravity's like pushing down on it, but I'm like, so you just have to keep getting it though forever. And it's expensive. It's very, very expensive to get Botox. Did you know that?
No, like how, like
I would guess between like $350 and $500.
What's the average cost of a Botox facial session? What did you say?
I said like between $350 and $500.
$420, $528.
Okay, yeah.
Sorry, y'all just have to deal with my lines.
Yeah, and you have to go like every couple months.
I just, you know what? I can't ridicule anyone, but I will say, like, I just think that the most beautiful thing about life is like finding out how to find self-appreciation or value or feeling sexy about yourself, feeling great in the midst of all this, like alongside of all this, like finding ways to appreciate who you are despite the natural process of aging or whatever. And it's just like, I don't know. I couldn't be I couldn't be with somebody who did that.
It's funny because I saw there's this trend on social media where it'll be like a girl that's, you know, kind of showing like flashing videos, and it's obviously what's the word, like it'll flash and it'll be like, I love my friend because she doesn't have wrinkles, and it's like in quotes, like, I love my friend because she's skinny or because she's a size 2, and it's like things that you would like, things that people don't say.
Oh,
you know what I
was
mean?
about to say, I'm like, good Lord, I'm glad there was a twist. Okay.
It's like you never hear people say those, like, because that's not why people love you. Like, no one's ever going to be like, I love her because she can fit into the jeans that she wore in high school. Like, no, like, obviously you're thinking about that, and like you're thinking about that because of society and messages, and like I think those things too, but it's like you have to zoom out and remember that like the people in your life that love you and care about you don't care about those things. Like,
they want you to be healthy. Yeah. They want, you know, but it's like,
they want you to live as long as you can so they can be with, like,
100%.
Be in your presence. Yeah.
Holy moly. All right. So wait, what was your the emotions, Yeah. Oh my gosh, people. Look, I need to know what emotion is going on in your face. If I look at you and I can't.
Yeah.
I'm you know what? I'm gonna ask your ass. Are you
what are you feeling?
What are you feeling right now? Are you scared? What is going on with you? Sorry. If your objective is to take away all the emotion out of yourself, I'm gonna hand you a sheet of paper. I'm gonna say circle one, motherfucker, right. Because I can't tell. I'm gonna make you do the extra work. Yes. You wanted a flat face.
Yes.
I'm gonna give you a flat face checklist every time I talk to you. Holy moly. All right, my turn. The extreme performance backlash. Now, I'm not reading this because I necessarily agree with this or necessarily think that this is 100% true, right? Or partial of it. Hyrox itself. Are you familiar with Hyrox? Mm-hmm. Would you ever do one?
Yeah. I think I'm actually going to do a DECA.
What's that?
It's like,
that's a part of Hyrox.
It's basically a Hyrox without running.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Hyrox itself is actually expanding aggressively at the elite and hyper-committed level, expecting over 750,000 athletes this season. However, the massive backlash is happening with casual, everyday participants. For example, registration numbers for broader community fitness events like CrossFit Open plummeted by over 30%. The casual gym goer is hitting severe burnout and realizing they don't want their everyday exercise to feel like a high-stress competitive sport. Everyday people are experiencing severe psychological fatigue from their wearables. Fitness trackers have evolved from simple step counters to aggressive AI-driven health monitors that demand optimization on your sleep, recovery scores, and heart rate variability. People are waking up to the fact that waking up and immediately checking an app to see if they are allowed to feel rested is exhausting. This has triggered a quiet rebellion. People are intentionally turning off their workout data and leaving their devices at home during late afternoon walks, specifically to reclaim movement as a source of mental peace rather than an algorithmic grade. Have you ever... I don't necessarily. Well, I think there was a different part of the discussion I was talking receiving about the Hyrox part. Do you feel turned off or sometimes overwhelmed by any data that is associated with your wellness, whether it be sleep trackers or Oura Ring or Apple Watch step counts like that? Do you ever feel like I'm getting carried away? I will tell you this. The other day, my girlfriend was like, you got like a 68. If the sleep tracker said that you didn't necessarily sleep, but I was like, I actually have. I
feel fine.
I feel fine, and it's sometimes and it wasn't until I read this I'm just like, one, I don't think any of us should ever think that any of these trackers are incredibly accurate.
Right.
If we approach it to where, okay, this is giving me a baseline.
Yeah.
It's like the baseline number. Like if it says I did 7,000 steps, I know I probably didn't do 7,000 steps, but it's at least something that
close enough. Yeah.
It's a gauge, right? I do think that at some point, and this is really something that I'm taking into consideration, about to start the workouts with Life at Home again, we need to figure out what people are really thinking about the digital aspect with these workouts,
yes.
right? I think Hyrox is fine in that world. See, I don't necessarily know about, it says realizing they don't want everyday exercise to feel like a high stress competitive sport. Okay, that's one thing.
Yeah.
That's one thing. But I don't even think that those people that go to Hyrox want that every single day.
Yeah, I think I've actually had extensive conversations about Hyrox recently.
Uh-huh.
And for people that don't know what Hyrox is, it's basically a fitness race.
Yeah.
Think like CrossFit-esque, but it's like stations and a lot of it's like partner based.
Right.
So I think the reason that Hyrox has such an appeal right now is because it is partner based. It's something that you can do with your significant other, with a friend, which kind of makes it like adds the social piece into it.
Right.
And it's something that for someone like me who like, I don't really have any desire to run a marathon and I don't think my body would like me if I did that.
Right.
But I do want to kind of train for something and have almost like an end goal in mind.
Right.
Have an objective when I am training, and Hyrox is really good for that. Like the type of movement that it encourages is very like functional movement.
Yeah.
So if you were quote unquote training for a Hyrox, it would be things that are beneficial in your life, functional movement.
And it's not a triathlon.
Yeah. It's like, it's shorter. It's, obviously it's hard on your body, but like you're just doing it one time and you can train incrementally leading up to it. So that's my thoughts on Hyrox. And then the other piece about like the digital fitness tracking. So my Oura Ring, I actually lost the charger for my Oura Ring a couple months ago and I can't find it anywhere. And I have not worn my Oura Ring in months.
Which turns out to be,
I miss it a little bit.
Okay.
But like, kind of like what you were just saying, like there were days where, I mean, it would be the first thing I checked when I woke up.
Yeah.
And I do have like, I mean, like anybody in today's age, I have a little bit of like an obsessive kind of like mindset, and I can get a little like unhealthy with it.
You checked yourself a couple episodes ago. You were reading something. You said, I have to be careful as I read this. I can't remember what it was.
It was the protein thing.
Yeah.
Because I can, if I get some, I can fixate on something to a point where it becomes unhealthy. So I think with the sleep, there were times when I would be like, it would almost kind of like set the tone for my day in a way that like maybe it didn't need to.
Yeah.
But then, I mean, there would also be days where I thought I didn't sleep well and then it said that I did. And I'd be like, okay, well, maybe. But then I also have friends that have Oura Rings that'll be like, my Oura Ring is saying that I'm getting sick. And I don't know. I feel fine, but it says I'm getting sick. And I'm like,
but what should we listen to if we wake up and we feel great about the sleep we had?
Yeah.
And then we check the Oura Ring data and it's like, you slept horrible.
Yeah.
Should we change our mind based on that? Like,
it's hard. It almost takes you out of your ability to feel your like trust your intuition of how you're feeling in your body.
100%.
It takes you out of that.
100%.
And like obviously data can like inform and like, maybe you didn't realize that you over time have been needing more rest and all of this stuff. But like, I think it can get a little unhealthy and obsessive, and like, especially with like working out and like my watch, like there have been a couple times where I've like forgotten to put my watch on at the beginning of the day, and I like get to a Pilates class and I'm like, oh, I can't record my workout. And like that, it sucks. It's like a sad feeling. And I don't know why. All I need to do is when I get home, I can just put it in my health app and it'll And like, I'm not checking that data time and time again, but it is kind of nice at the end of the week when it's like 7-day workout streak achieved. And I'm like, ooh, you know?
Yeah, see, that's different. I think when you talk about, like, when you look at Life at Home's app, I don't even know if I have this live because I've been building this bad boy for a while. I don't even need to pull it up. But 7-day tracker. If you look at Life at Home's habit tracker, it's, did you drink enough water? Did you have mindfulness today? Did you move today? Did you have a nice sleep? There's no numbers.
Yeah.
Right. And the only thing is like water, and it has the title, but then it has like a suggestion, like a gallon or half a gallon or something like that. Right.
And that's more like
accomplishment.
Yes.
Like
checking
routine,
in. Yeah. Routine,
right.
versus
but not like you got to see on this paper kind of a thing. Yes,
exactly.
Right?
Because it does sometimes feel like at the end of the day, if I didn't get 10,000 steps, I do feel kind of like bad about myself.
Right.
And it's like, there was this thing that it was that gymnast that, or no, she's not a gymnast. She was an Olympic rugby player, I think.
Oh yeah. Alana Mary.
Yes.
I love her.
Yeah. I reposted something that she posted and it was like, it was great. She was basically saying like, oh, like, are your jeans are fitting a little tighter this week. I guess that was probably because you had like a really meaningful dinner with your family and you were like eating your mom's like spaghetti recipe. Like, dang it. Shame on you. And then like she went through all of these different things.
Yeah.
And it hit me so hard because it was like, God forbid you are living your life having these joyful, like, oh, you got a 50 sleep score because you were staying up late gossiping with your friends from high school, creating new memories. Like,
you should be
how terrible of you, you know, like,
right.
So it gets to a point where it's like, it's important to, you know, if having this data is helpful for you on a day-to-day basis, establish your baseline, figure out what works for you. Maybe you feel better on the days that you do get 10,000 steps. You can keep that in mind, but don't like marry yourself to it, because that's when it gets unhealthy. Whenever and I'm saying this to myself because I can get obsessive about like, you know, I'm on vacation. I didn't get a workout in today. Like, like it's fine.
It's the same to me. It is the equivalent of, and it's the same absurdity of an individual stepping on a scale as opposed to leaning on how well their jeans fit.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because
like a body composition versus,
or almost just like how a body fucking feels.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you feel fucking great putting on your jeans because you got to pull it over the booty. You know what I mean? Like there is a physical composition based improvement that can happen with a person and the number go up.
Yeah. Oh yeah, totally.
So if you're looking at the number, what are you talking about? No.
Yes.
Throw that away. How do you feel?
Yes, exactly.
Look in the mirror right there. How do you turn around? How's he? You know what I mean?
Totally.
And if we're doing this, we're not looking and like, you know, because sometimes I get out of the shower. I'm like, boy, Doc, you better lock it in, brother.
Yeah.
And sometimes I get in the shower. I'm like, motherfucker, yeah. You know, that kind of thing. So we've got to learn to trust. If we don't learn, we're going to be, you know what I mean?
It's like, sometimes this can take you out of the like mind body connection of
yes.
I mean, even like I did a workout yesterday and I got there, like it was a class. I got there a couple minutes late and the coach like led us through the class pretty quickly. And so the class was supposed to be 40 minutes.
Okay.
But by the time I started my watch and when I went to end the workout, it said 36 minutes. And in my head, I was like, that's not long enough. And I'm like, I wish that it at least said 40 minutes. Cause my workout goal on my app, when I set my watch up however long ago, it was 40 minutes. So I don't get my workout goal achieved unless I hit 40 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
And so
Abby.
Whenever I looked down and it was just a fleeting thought, I was like,
you're like, sir?
Like, can I get back on the treadmill? No, but I mean, I just like ended the workout, but I was like, that was only, and like, that is an example. That is an example of me because it was a hard ass workout. I like worked my ass off and it felt so good. I felt so strong at the end of that workout. But then I looked down and it took me out of the moment of how I felt and how hard I had just worked. Cause in my head, I'm like, that was only 36 minutes, but I'm like, I just worked my ass off for 36 minutes. Yeah. That is enough.
Yeah.
That is totally enough.
100% enough.
Yeah.
So I would just say, like, y'all, we got to be careful in this because here is what's happening. Here's what's happening. People don't understand this, but I understand this because of what I research and what I'm focused on every single day. Do you want to know what is driving this? Venture capitalists.
Yes.
They
want you to be addicted to it.
Say that again?
They want you to be addicted to the data.
Well, it's also like the faster they get to make you believe that this ultra data-based information is the key to your wellness, the faster they get to raise more money, or the faster they get to get the companies that they're investing in to the next raise or to a higher valuation, and then they get their distributions, they get their money, and they go out.
Yeah.
That's what's happening with AI right now. People don't understand. I promise you guys, the majority of the people that are backing artificial intelligence financially do not believe in it. They don't give a shit.
Yeah.
What they want to do is hurry up. That's why they're calling it the AI arms race. It's an arms race to get their companies to the highest valuation possible so their stakeholders can pull their money out, get their distributions out, and go.
Yeah.
They don't care whether it's a crash. They don't care whether it's actually successful. They put this money into these companies so it can hurry up, get to a place to where they can exit.
They're waiting for the bubble to pop, and they want it to pop because that's when they get the money.
They want to go IPO. This is the same thing that SpaceX just did.
Yeah.
Like, they want to hurry up, get to the IPO, get their money out. They don't care. I don't even believe. This is why they hype it up so much. No, guys, this is the next revolution. We got to blah, 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 blah. Of course they have to say that because if the more they say that, the more people are going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that AI is going to be good in a certain amount of ways, but I think there is a cap. There's a fucking cap, y'all. Do you want to be buying groceries next to Robotica? No, you don't. No, you don't.
No, we don't want that.
Guys, that's for the movies. That's for the birds. That you don't want that. Stop allowing people to make you think you don't, because it's going to have a cap.
Yeah.
I promise you, it is going to be a bubble, just like the housing market. Go watch The Big Short. Go watch The Big Short, see what happened to the housing market, and understand that is happening to AI very soon. They don't give a fuck because they are going to be rich before it happens.
Yeah.
The same thing with these companies that feel like every single day, and you guys may not see it, but I see it. The bio health world, it's like, and some of it's fine, some of it's great if it benefits or it helps your general practitioner, your doctor help some of it, right? But don't think that this is the thing or this is the thing or the ring is the thing that's going to tell you about like everything involving your body, because it's not. These things are not. These things are not designed to be trusted. What you should trust are the people, brands, companies that are teaching you how to trust yourself more.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
That's what, if you're listening to people that are teaching you how to be more in tune to yourself,
yes,
those are the people that you need to trust. Not saying that we put something more dynamic into this thing. And it's okay to have this if you're using it as like a focal, you know, baseline or whatever. But
to help you connect back to yourself and like reinforce the trust you already have in yourself.
Don't wake up feeling great and allow the Oura Ring to tell you did not have good sleep.
Yes.
And then you talk to your friend. How was your night? Well, I didn't have good sleep.
Yeah.
Bitch, you woke up saying I had a great night's sleep.
Yeah.
But then this, no.
Yeah, me and my friend that we both have Oura Rings, and like sometimes whenever we like travel together and like maybe we'll stay up late or like have had a really exhausting day before, she'll just like text me in the morning and she'll be like 68. And I'm like, I'm at a 73. And it's like a competition.
I'm better than you. Yeah. That's so funny. All right. I think we are at
Almost Nothing.
Yes.
Where we share a recommendation, a tiny delight, or a personal win.
Okay. I think I have. What did I put down? Okay. This is something that I need to do more. So I think it's like a recommendation, but it's also something for myself. Look, don't listen. Give me a second.
Hear me out.
Play with your balls.
Oh my God. Okay. Whew, all right.
What I mean by that is, remember when we were kids, almost all the activities that we did had some sort of ball with it.
Yeah.
Soccer ball, football, baseball, kickball, all these type of things. When we were doing all these things that allowed us to like really hone our coordination.
Yeah. Oh my God. This is so funny that you say this.
Right?
Yeah.
The older we get, I think we do not pay attention to the coordination type of things, like the
100%.
the balance, like went and did some pickleball the other day.
So I played pickleball yesterday, and I had this exact same thought.
Right?
Like my
eye is not seeing this the way that I saw it. You know what I mean?
And like being able to like track a moving object that you are then responsible for making contact with, and then also like the pivoting of your ankles and your knees, like. All of it's so good for you to be like to quickly like move and pivot and like track something, and it's like hand-eye coordination and it's proprioception. It's all of it.
You ever see the videos? I'm so glad you said that. You ever see the videos of these 40-year-old men to where they have to like immediately make a move? And it's almost like they, in their mind, you can tell, like, or in the look on their face, you can tell, oh, this is something I can do easily. Whether it's like they got to jump over a pond to go grab something or whatever, and it's just like their body and their mind does not connect.
Yeah.
You know that individual has not done
moved.
Has not moved in an athletic way in 7 to 15 years.
It's the same. It's why for a while there was this trend where like in an office setting, this like it would always be like the Gen Z. They'd be like they would make everybody skip.
Yeah. You remember how to skip?
Yes.
Yeah. And they'd be like, I don't know what's going on.
And like you think you can, and then you're doing it like, and it is so much, it's a muscle memory thing. And like if you don't do that, if you don't skip for 10 years, your body's it's gonna be awkward.
You guys, go grab a tennis ball. Bounce it, throw it off the wall, catch it kind of thing. Go play basketball, go to the Y, go play pickleball, hit a couple baseballs, whatever it is, like throw. Like I was I was walking back to the office one day. I was at the waterfall, and there's this big hotel next to this place that I work, and these kids were out there playing football. And and I'm like, all right, fellas, you know how know, and when you're a kid and the adult is running, I was like, oh, let me hit him, right? I caught it. I was like, hit me one time, fellas. And they got excited. They were like, okay, go. And they threw it. But when the ball was in the air, it was like, I don't remember this.
Yeah.
Like we used to play football every fucking Saturday, Abby. Like I'm talking about in the grass, in the concrete, whatever. And when the ball is in the air, it's almost like you think back to like middle school. Yeah. And it's just like, man, why haven't I moved like this? And it's like if we find more fun ways to move that like kind of remind us of how we did as a kid, go to the park, do something. Like, when's the last time you got on a swing? You know, that kind of thing. These type of things. One, they're associated with happiness, and they're associated with these times that we enjoyed ourselves. But like, y'all, there's going to be moments where something happens and you need agility, you need some balance, and you're not going to have it.
I was literally had this conversation the other day so I was doing some research on this for a social media post. What?
The title of this is going to be Play with Your
Balls.
Play
with your balls. Literally.
Okay.
I mean, I was going to say you should just clip that one part.
Yeah, right.
But I was doing some research for a social media post for a client and talking about specifically men and how your identity is so connected to like the sports that you played when you were growing up. Like you're from a very young age. I watched my nephew like learning how to like scooter and like do things at the park with his friends. Like from a young age, your identity and your self-worth is wrapped up in sports and playing with balls, literally. I mean, for women too, but like just for the sake of the conversation, I'm going to talk about men. And, you know, as you get older, you lose the opportunity to be having these team sports because the team is a huge part of it. The coordination, the camaraderie, everything that you get when you play a sport. And you lose that. And then you get a corporate job. You don't play football. You don't play basketball. You don't do the things that you did for 10 years. And then you wonder why there's like a male loneliness epidemic and there's like men are depressed because they've lost their sense of connection to competition. Like that is innate in a lot of men. Like they need that. And like for women, I feel like for me, you know, I grew up dancing and cheerleading and doing these things. And luckily it's been able to pivot into like yoga and Pilates. And I'm still getting this kind of like group workout vibe, team experience, and I'm moving my body in very similar ways and I'm dancing almost. I have like rhythm and choreography. So I didn't lose that part of for a while I did, and then I found it again. I was like, this is what I'm missing. And I just feel like men, unless you are going to the Y and playing basketball, like you're just going to the gym working out by yourself and you're losing that piece of your identity.
There's lonely in the gym is a big thing. Let me tell you something. I thought I was going to be in the NBA. It was slightly delusional based on like what my body was, right, or the actual time I got to actually be on the court. But you know, it wasn't until junior year of high school where I stopped being obsessed with basketball.
Yeah.
Luckily, there was this thing called the theater that came in and saved me. Ensemble work. Half of it was dancing. I worked with a lot of theater directors that made us work out like in the theater, like before certain shows.
And it's still, and we've talked about this with shows. It's the same. It's team.
100%. Curtain, you guys ready? Let's go. Dressing room. Boom, boom, boom. There's a director. There's a coach. There's you're
moving your body.
100%. Like, let me tell you something. There were shows where I've had to do 8 shows a week. I'm talking 8 physical shows a week. That is a lot. I'm talking about for 4 months straight.
And it's a lot of mental, like
100%.
It's mentally stimulating to memorize lines.
But if you go from that to cubicle,
exactly, and that's what's happening.
Yeah.
And like people are losing the extracurricular activities that used to literally make them who they are.
We gotta find a way to, which is why I don't, I'm not going to, criticize Hyrox. I would do one. My girlfriend asked me if I would do one. I would do one. But I also, think that it has its pluses and its minuses, which is not necessarily for me to talk. It's not necessary for me to talk about right now. But I also want people to see things for what they are, and I believe that there's a number of people that are seeing this and they're getting into their wellness or even starting a fitness routine because they see that. Yeah. Right? And they want to do that, and that kind of, and it's like, that's not the goal, because you do that, you've now defined wellness for yourself in an incorrect way. Yeah. Right? But if you happen to just like want to do this because you miss competition, that's dope. You know, that kind of thing. Or here's a couple of other ways that I think why you should do it. Because if you happen to have a partner and you think that that's like a bonding team thing.
Totally, yeah.
Or you're single and you're like, whatever person I'm going to find is going to be doing that.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Because you know that there's a certain principles that the people that are doing that have some sort of core appreciation
for something like that,
right? So at least
same reason why people join a run club.
Y'all. This is stop. Let's run clubs. Run clubs are the new dating.
Yes.
And I'm completely fine with that.
Totally.
I'm completely fine with that.
Anytime I have like a single guy friend, like, and he wants a girl, go join a run club.
Go join, dude.
That's all you need.
Join a run club. Go get coffee afterwards.
Yeah,
that's
the best
all
thing
need.
you can do.
That's the best thing. It's run club is the new church.
Yeah,
you know how you used to go. You want to find a good girl, you got to go to church. That's where we come from. Yeah.
And in North Carolina, you can still do that, but then there's actually probably like people like places that do both. I actually know about a few.
100%. 100%. So, all right, folks, play with your balls.
Play with your balls. Join a run club.
Join
go to
a run
church.
club and screw Elon Musk. All right, that's episode 18.
In the books.
You know, as you guys are continuing to listen to these episodes, if you'd like to send us a question, as we always say, drop us a voice note in our Instagram DMs. Just go into our DMs, click the plus sign, leave a voice note, and we will answer it on the show. Doesn't matter what it's about. As long as it's not about politics, we would love to have a question from you to play and answer on the show. And beyond that, another episode down, and you guys have been great.
Go in peace.
Well done, ma'am.